Hello, everybody.
Hello, Zeb.
Hey.
How's it going?
Welcome back to another legendary Q&A with the Temination, and this time with a special guest, Snails.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Shiver my
most-
temper.
One of the
Shiver
most
your timbers.
wholesome artists I've ever seen.
Oh,
Very, very
so
happy Snails this year.
super happy. So much really excited for this since we talked about it a few months ago.
Mhm.
And when I saw Sam in New York, I've been just waiting for this moment.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, if you guys watch the Cadmium Q&A, we got Snails in there as well. And here you are for your very own special guest episode. So thanks very much for joining us. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Yeah.
I will address the two biggest elephants in the room first for Snails. First off, you've been a part of a huge controversy lately where apparently people found out you're not a real snail.
I swear to God, like, so many times in my DM, people would ask me, "Can I buy a snail? I want to buy you," and everything. I was like, "Listen, guys, I'm not for sale. I do not like. This is not how it works. Please, I gotta clarify everything." So I felt needed to go online and say I'm not a snail, and clearly people didn't like it, and it went terrible. But now I know the fan that's still here knows that I'm a human and I don't sell snails. So I'm glad we're able to clarify this massive elephant in the room.
Okay,
Like
the
that's
sentence-
why also on my on the flyer, my tour is now currently named Snail the Dubstep DJ, not a snail. Ratatouille, like the little
Ratatouille.
rat. Yeah, it's like I have Gary under my hat that's like pulling my hair,
Oh.
being like,
Oh,
press this button, do this bass line and everything.
oh,
this
so
a
Gary
secret.
is the genius behind all this music. Damn.
Nope. I hopefully don't tell anyone.
Hey, Snails. Would your main nemesis then be Slugz? Whoever that would be.
My main
yeah, I
nemesis
wanted to-
is technically Salt.
Oh,
But-
yeah, you got a
No,
point
it's
there.
not.
Fuck
Since
salt.
I'm not
That's
a
your-
snail.
That's a,
I'm
that's a
not-
weakness.
Yeah. So wait. So Nemesis is like the ultimate enemy, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Salt would definitely be my worst enemy. Like
I guess
cannot-
Salt's a common enemy between you and Slugz, right? Like
Yes,
both of
they
you hate
both.
Salt.
they
Yeah.
both hated it. So everywhere I go, I have this list of items that is not allowed in my green room, and that includes these things I just put in.
Oh,
I think
God.
it would also technically be self-cannibalism, considering garlic bread is salt, and it would start destroying you from the inside. So that's a bit graphic.
Like, yeah, this is a list of all the stuff you cannot bring to my show. So please, guys.
Do you send this to the promoter before?
I do, yes, and I do have, and I do, and I do have a list of like, please, any salt at the door is gonna be prohibited. I'm taking this seriously, like literally, please. These you cannot bring air fryer, all dinner plate. I've seen it all. So this is all the stuff that it's hard
You
for
should
me.
add hermit crabs to the list so they don't steal your shell.
Oh, that is a good thing. Yeah, I will.
That is
Thank you.
good.
I've been updating this thing for since a few months now, so I will take note of this. Thank you. I think I get confused myself sometimes because I just been playing with this whole thing for so long. I generally think some people's gonna be like, "Hey, if you say this is literally what a real snail would say," and I get played by myself like, "Oh, damn, you're so right." I cannot. So it's like, is it a secret? Is it not? I guess we'll never know. So this is the part of the lore of my whole world now.
Hell yeah, man. I love it. I
Yeah.
love that you're not taking it too seriously, because I think a lot of producers get wrapped up in the social media cog
Yeah.
and machine. And at the end of the day, a music producer, like normally people just want to make music, but obviously you have to do a certain amount of social media to promote your stuff. And if you can
Mhm.
make that as fun as possible and as lighthearted as possible, then that's just the way to go, in my opinion. So keep doing
I
what you're
agree.
doing, man. Keep being a real person. You're not a snail. Keep being the man you are. And
I will
yeah,
stand behind this.
You'll be
I'm
fine.
not a snail. Yeah, maybe it's the snail under my hat that's telling me to say this, but I guess
Maybe.
we'll know in the future.
I
We
don't-
will see.
Okay.
We will see.
I know that you have a record label, Slugz Music. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, it is
What
correct.
is with Slugz itself, as in itself, that is right now rising, as you
With Slug?
say?
Yes.
Yes.
Good question. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. So it's funny. In my Snail Crisis life era, I truly feel that whoever saw I played at a festival in Elsonic 2 weeks ago, where I revealed a character, a new persona, where I felt it came down to the fact that I've been doing that for a long time. Everything in my life always been, even if I'm a snail, always been slugs. Like Slugtopia was a festival I hosted at Red Rocks. Slug City has been a whole world I created around like some mixtape when I started. Slugz Music being the record label. Everything always been around slugs, and I feel like my gamer tag is Slugs Master, which is like always kind of
Mhm.
around that. I feel like it came to a point that there's a few things that's gonna happen in a few weeks that's gonna be really exciting. This is I can't exactly say, but you will see it. Whoever saw the repost that I
Oh, it's a
did,
secret.
um, it's a big secret. It's gonna be put it on every social, pretty much Facebook, Instagram. A big thing coming, and it's gonna be exciting part of the brand of the project. And this is a reason why slugs are coming out a lot right now, because it is gonna be it's part of that, so a lot of things gonna be revealed. I'm really excited about this. I've been working on that for a a few months now, but label is part of that,
Mhm.
and the other things that you will see also in the next few weeks. So it's really exciting. I don't want to say too much. It's not my only snail. This is actually already available. You can buy salt. Someone says, "Is it only
Only
snail.com?"
snails.com.
No, no. But it's really exciting. I'm truly looking forward to it. I think it's just fun project. Again, after 14 years, I always try to make things exciting. To be just happy with this, happy with everything I do. Having fun. So this is another step in that direction.
I've got
Mm.
a question for you, Snails, that I
Oh,
don't think I've ever asked you
Oh,
before.
oh,
How
damn.
did you come up with your name, Snails?
Are you sure you
What
want to hear
occurred
this
to you?
question?
I
Yeah,
think I'm sure.
So when I was young, I got bitten by a snail, and
No
even
way.
since forever, I still got the mark on my body. And even since then, I just live extremely slow. My life changed. At night, my eyes goes longer. No, I'm joking. It's always kind of like the question I tried to make fun with. No, yeah, snails cannot bite. They just slime on your finger or whatever. But it's
All
truly
right.
one of these things. Um, I came from an era where I just tried to. When I started, I was part of a duo. It's called Do's Jackers. It was one with one of my friends. We're doing like Moombata and Dutch House, and at some point we just kind of like move on each other's direction. And as a big fan, as everybody, of Skrillex, I love how Skrillex sounded. I just like like I just like how it sound, and I was like, what could be cool? And I randomly, maybe there was a snail somewhere in my vision, but I was like, I just like how snail sound. I was like, snail sounds
scales.
cool. And I feel that's why I told the Spider-Man snail story, because I always think it's funnier and more cool, of saying, yeah, I just like the name snail, so I said I got bitten. But I just really liked it, and I ran with it. That the reason why I was afraid of copyright, because it's an animal. I'm like, am I able to get the name of an animal as my full name? So I put a S at the end. That's why it's called
Mhm.
Snails. And after that, every team came along with it. Like I have a snail shake, which pretty much putting the fist and two little finger on there. The whole gimmick that came around, the snail sound, kind of like really guttural, weird, everything got tied into it in a way that I never expected it. So it went so far deep into that world that I was like, okay, I'll just keep it, like I do a lot of things like just randomly, and I love having, again, fun with what I do. And I thought that was kind of like following the line of how it started. So I just kept it. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it even more crazy. I'm going to create a name of a genre that's so disgusting that if people like it, they're going to be as weird as me. And this is how
Vomit
Vomit
step.
Step came. And I was
Vomit
like,
Step.
I'm like, if people was going to tell the parent, I love Vomit Step, they have to be weird, like me, I'm
Oh yeah.
like, so it became so huge that I put it on a shirt and people loved it. And I was like, oh shit, fuck it, let's run with it. But every time, every step of the way was so much fun. It was me truly just having extremely more fun and see how deep I can push it. And people just enter my world. And I'm so blessed and honored that it became so big with so many amazing fans that still to this day, after 14 years, is gonna come hang out to my show. A lot of people are like my age now, like 37, so they get like babysitter. They're like, it's our night out, and like it became so big around that. Like I have a bunch of parents coming to my show. I love it. It's cool that they followed me into this crazy world. And sorry, I do talk a lot, so you gotta tell me to shut the hell up. But this is how
It's all
basically
good, of course.
You're the special guest, bro. You can talk as
You're the
much as you
special
want.
guest. You can, yeah.
Yeah, I just mean like all to tie it up. The way how Snail came along was literally just a trip of me having fun, seeing how I like the name, and just after kind of like went with it.
That's awesome, man. Thanks for telling the tale on how that name came to be. So
Yeah,
I'm
we got some
curious
Snails
about
lore.
if my memory serves me well, your first song that you put out of Snails was Magnet. Is that right?
You are really good. I did have a few. I think the song is not even out on the platform anymore. It's called Genja. It was a
Okay.
song about marijuana, weed. I never smoked weed. I don't even know what weed is. I was just like finding this vocal. It's like smoke marijuana, and I was like, so I'm French, and
Was
I don't know
was
what
Weed Demon? Because you collab with
Yes.
someone named Weed Demon
Yeah,
on that
Dev,
song.
you're good. You're so good, Dev. You're good. Uh, but I didn't know I'm French, so I'm like, and I was actually so terrible. I'm still stuck in English, but in that time, I basically understood maybe 1% of any sample I would get. I was like, I like how it sound. I'm gonna make a flip. I'm gonna make a song out of it. And I didn't really understand 100% what it would say. And that became kind of a ganja. And I was just doing anything with that song. I was playing with the pitch of the sub. Like for me, one thing with music is like I don't have a background in music. I just truly mess around with buttons, switch knob, like turn knobs, and I have so much fun with this. And in the first song, that's what happened. And all of this came along with, that song Ganja. And it I have it in my computer. It's terrible, but it's still like, it's just me messing around. But that was the first song technically I ever put out on the Snails. And after that came the original one that was Magnet, where I discovered Tor in Reason and became insane about it, which followed up with through the night, bunch of other weird subtractor patches and bunch of sound design. And I feel like this community here is the only one that actually is gonna understand all the stuff I could talk about. So that's why I'm excited to talk so much about all of this, because I truly feel I can connect with the whole Temination community, you guys, and everyone. So that's why I talk so much. I'm happy and excited.
Hell yeah,
Hell
bro.
yeah.
Well, you're
Hell
so
yeah.
welcome here. And speaking of, yeah, let's get some questions in, shall we?
Yeah, let's
Thought
get
of
some
one more.
questions.
Yeah.
Let's get some. Okay, people, if you want to ask questions on the VC, raise your hand. I'm already seeing some people raising their hand right now. I'm gonna get up some of the people who I haven't seen around here, either from Snails' Discord server or Haven't seen you up or in the event. The
I'll take the
Matism,
second one.
you can
Matt
come
is
up
yeah.
and ask your question. Hello.
Hi. First of all, I want to say Teminite, huge fan. And I one of your songs, Believe, came out just in time as I graduated basic training.
That's
And
sick.
yeah. Anyways, gotta breathe real quick.
Hey, it's all right. Take a breath.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
love you, Matism.
Take a
I'm happy you're
deep
here. I'm
breath.
happy you're here. I'm happy you're here.
Open your mind. Yeah, that's awesome. Did the song? So you completed basic training, and then Believe came out, and then it helped you
Yes.
believe to carry on through the I guess what's after basic training? Actual training.
AIT
Or is
and
it just
then
more onslaught?
the duty station. And then literally honestly I was playing Believe on repeat like after it came out. But my actual question for both Snails and you, Teminite, is what was the hardest thing starting out?
That's a good question, Sam. I would love to hear yours. I'd love to hear your part of this question.
I gotta hear this.
Yeah,
too,
yeah, okay.
actually.
The hardest thing the hardest thing was
Finding the
showing
right snare.
like well no starting out I wasn't. I mean, you know, that was a difficult thing, but I was
It's
having
real,
so
though.
much fun with the music side of things that I didn't find it difficult to create ideas and stuff like that. But it was the lack of support from just general people. Like I'd tell people that I was making music, and you know, I'd show them it, and I'd get a lot of mixed reactions. And you know, I was made fun of in school for like trying to be Skrillex and doing that sort of thing, because I did want to be Skrillex back then. He was my number one inspiration and the guy that got me into doing what I was doing. And yeah, I guess the hardest thing was getting the initial fan base of, like, you know, all I wanted was like a few people to like my music. And I would even go so far as to hopping on it's like Omegle but the chat version, like I don't know what you call it. But yeah, the chat version of Omegle, so there's no camera, it's just text. And I'd basically just say, like, connect to a random person and say, do you like dubstep? And then most of the time they just skip me. But occasionally you get one person that's like, yeah, all right, yeah, sure. And I'd be like, hey, I make dubstep. Here's my SoundCloud. Yeah, I was like 14, 15. I think I was 15 or something.
I had a
I was a
period of
youngling.
messing around with Omegle, and like, yeah, vast majority of the time there were bots towards the end of it, so it's gone now.
Yeah.
I
But
have
yeah, getting
nightmares with
that
Omegle.
initial audience was tricky. But yeah, I was having so much fun with music that I persevered through that time, and I managed to, yeah, some people found me, got promoted by a few YouTube channels, and here we are today. But yeah, that was definitely the
Amazing.
hardest part from the start. Getting that phase where nobody knows you, nobody gives a shit, and your skills aren't refined enough for you to take off at that moment. So, Snails, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
I think you hit the nails, or should I say the snails? Right.
Hey, that's a snail on the head.
um to add on top of this, you know, when I started making all the weirdest stuff ever, I think my biggest thing was like in the time there was a lot of the blogs were a big part of promotion, where like people would post about it, like Dancing Astronaut, like to name a few. There's so many of them. And the best way to get known would be like you send your music there. And me, my curse was like my sound was absolutely not fitting anywhere, which always has been my problem. And I would send it to these blogs, and a lot of times, you know, they would come back with hey man, your skills of production is absolutely, it's not really good, you should keep on working on this, you know. And as a new
Oh.
producer, I think the biggest part is having sometime people in those position that tells that, hey, like, it's not good, just go back to the drawing board, in a way that I took it as a challenge. I'm like, I truly feel this is special. I think this is like different. I'm really, like, I'm stubborn. I'm a Taurus, so everything I do, I just do it insanely, But this is, even in that position, I think for me was a hard part to hear, because to the point where I had support. Whenever I had my first song, one of the first song I did was it's called Bubblegum with Apache. This song got played with by Munchie, which was like a Moombahton artist that was humongous at the time, and got played by Frustradamus, by one of these their mix or something, and they blew up at the time. That was right after they blew up with the original Dawn Flip remix they did. So when they dropped that song, every blog, and I'm talking about maybe like 25 blogs in time, all came back and be like, yo, we love your song. We love your sound. It's
Yeah.
amazing. And I was
They
like,
came sliming
fuck
back.
you. Like, literally, like, you know what? Fuck you. But I'm such a nice guy. And I'm like, oh man, thank you so much. And I think for me, the biggest reality about that was the fact that I had to hold onto my belief that what I had was truly different and special, even if 99% of the whole community at the time was telling me it was dog shit. So I think what I would say to anyone that would go forward, and the hardest part is gonna have people wanting you down. That's gonna have that people's gonna want you to fail. It's all about to say, keep believing in your heart, in your art, not your hurt, not your heart like to breathe, but your heart as like your music. Believe in that. Just keep on. If you have something special, just keep pushing it. And I truly feel that at some point the right people is going to see it, and the timing is going to happen. And I think, try to twist this maybe challenge into a positive thing to keep on hustling and do good things. So that was the hardest challenge for me, which now again come back sometime, because my music is so different. So I try to always fuel this in the best of the capability, in the best way, for me to make even more weirder music, because I truly feel this has something special in era. So I know you, Matism, I know you came often into Discord. I love how different you do things, and I truly, again, is gonna say the same thing. Just keep on doing good things. Keep on working hard.
Yeah,
Hell
because
yeah.
my goal is to at least get on one of the YouTube channels that at least like promotes music and all that. First, it was Dubstep Gutter, which that's how I found you, Teminite, and both Snails. And now
Awesome.
there's this new YouTube channel called Smooth Sounds, which actually branched me off to something called Chill Funk, and I wanted to do more with that.
Yeah, I think that's great. Whatever, again, what your heart desire, whatever you feel that should be the way. I think this is what I would suggest to follow, because this is what's gonna make you the happiest, and it's gonna feel genuine.
Yeah, stick to the genre. Well, stick to whatever genre you want, and I'd suggest that finding your favorite genre and then stick on that for a while and then see what happens. Or just make anything you want. But if you want to start releasing music, if you can stick to one genre for a while, you'll get noticed. It may take a while, and you may have to persevere through that difficult phase, but if you keep on working on your craft, I'm very confident that you will eventually be noticed and promoted. And I'm rooting for you, man. You're part of the Temination, part of the crew.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Love that.
Oh, what are your thoughts on Dungeons and Dragons?
I haven't delved into that realm like ever, so I don't have any thoughts.
I highly suggest Dungeons and Dragons, because pretty much you could be whatever you want to be in Dungeons and Dragons. Pretty much just I love Dungeons and Dragons, honestly.
Can I be a pirate?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you can.
Yeah,
You can
yeah, you can.
definitely buy a pirate.
All right,
honestly,
then I'm in. Say no more.
it's nice to feel starstruck. Honestly, now that's
Oh.
another thing off my bucket list.
Hell
Yeah.
Oh, hell
Hell yeah,
yeah.
bro.
Hell
It's good to
yeah.
talk to you.
Spixie's asking, are there any Jono Hitchens collab in the works, and will you do more music like The Deep? Sam.
Yeah,
Hmm.
great question. So for the Jonah Hitchens one, the answer is yes. There's so many. Like there's an unbelievable amount of music I've written with that guy, which is just waiting for me to finish it. So and most of it's going to be Sam Norris and Jonah Hitchens. It's going to be on my Sam Norris alias. But
Wait,
I'm
Sam
sure there'll be
Norris. What
Yeah,
type
man.
of music is this?
yeah, at the moment it's electro swing. If you
Oh
want to check
my
out some
god, this is
Oh,
some
you
amazing.
electro
gotta get
swing,
into
yeah,
that.
check out Sam Norris, man. He's doing
Damn.
well. He hasn't released in a while, but yeah, that's my other alias, where I'm gonna release whatever I want. It's kind of my outlet for everything else genre wise that I want to do. What was the second? There was two parts to that question. I can't remember the second one.
Oh,
What
are
was
you
it?
making more music like The Deep?
Oh yeah, yes, yeah. I will do. There will be music like that at some point, probably on another album when that happens. But
A space album.
you never know. Sam Norris
Oh.
might just surprise you. Let's find out. Next question.
You know him. Dan the Mac. Come on,
Oh,
Dan
it's
the
the
Mac.
Mac.
Oh yeah.
It's
It's
the
the
Mac.
Mac. The Mac is back.
Hey everybody,
Jeez.
my question is, Sam, are you ready to be absolutely smoked by me at Mario Kart? No, I'm joking.
Oh, shit.
Question.
Bring it. At some point, I'll do a Mario Kart stream, and I challenge you, Dan the Mac. This is an official challenge. Call out. Bring it on.
Versus yeah,
God.
Mario Kart versus fans. That actually sounds like a fun idea.
Sounds like we should
My
get Danny
actual
involved.
question is: does anyone have anything for creative block? Because I sent you the ID that people really, really liked, and it's become quite a favorite for a lot of people. But the thing is, I'm notoriously known through Rushdown and pretty much everywhere that I am absolutely terrible at finishing projects. Like all my stuff is just sitting there unfinished. Literally. Something to know.
Same.
Yeah, does anyone have anything for like creative block, especially when making jazzy stuff as well?
So, Snails, would you like to go first for this answer?
Yes. When you say creative block, is it literally like you open Apple? Because there's sometime like I feel I went through sometime there's a creative block that you literally don't have any idea, or there's a creative block that you write 10 ideas and they all suck, like, but at least you're still kind of like doing it. I think like which one would you be in that situation?
It's kind of a mix of both, I would say. Sometimes I just don't have any ideas. I have like nothing to contribute to any of my projects. And some other times I'll just be like, I'm going to try to make something. Gonna try to make something. And
Yeah.
if it's bad, it's bad. But sometimes it just gets a little hard to like keep working on something, and it's just like, oh,
Yeah, I get
okay,
that.
okay, this is us. Like,
Then in that situation, I know it could sucks. I feel like it comes and go. There's maybe like a two-way. I could say, in that situation, that could be, sometimes you just need a break. Because pushing yourself too hard to try to make something goes against kind of like that creative energy. So it would be maybe take a few days off, like relax, try to make something that makes you happy, or like truly just like don't think about it. I'm the type of guy that would go, of course, against that myself, just for myself, because I'm so stubborn. And it's like going at the gym, and like you're gonna have days that works, you're gonna have days that you actually don't want to go. But just the
Yeah.
fact that doing it is gonna make you like really happy and after. So even if sometime I'd be like, yeah, I don't know what to write, I'm still gonna try to do some or maybe do sound design that doesn't request much of an idea, more like kind of like sitting down and do something about it. And I feel sometimes doing side quests around not an actual drop, but about just music itself could bring, uh sample research, vocal research, like sound design, some stuff that doesn't require much creativity, just like fun, and I would find sometime myself into places where I'm gonna come out with a crazy sound design. I'm like, oh my god, this is it. And then like right away I'd be fueled again with really exciting creative energy. If not, I would be probably sit down, and even if I'm like I have no idea, I'm still gonna make drop until something happens. So it could happen for a few days, but it's kind of like by my stubbornness would kind of like go over this. So I just fight it. And again, I take it as a way I'm like doing a shitty drop is better than no drop, So already it's positive because you sat down and tried something. So it's not mainly about the result, it's just the journey that you did to go there. And I think often that could talk a lot, Just the fact that doing drops, you never know what could happen with it. So I think to fight against that writer's block could be just a way to try to just try it at least, and you just never know. And I feel at some point that could break that creative block, That would be something I would do.
Yeah. All great advice there.
Amazing
There's
advice.
something to be said for just persevering through it. Some tips I have specifically would be avoid over listening to an idea that you've just if you get to the point where you've got this song that's unfinished, but it's like half a song. Dan, are you the sort of guy that has lots of half songs written?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
you? Okay.
Yeah.
So if you've got half a song, what you want to avoid doing is listening to that song over and over and over and over again, just for your enjoyment. Like that's the best thing to do, just for like having fun listening to something you just made. But actually, if you're stuck with the second half of the song or just finishing it in general, the best thing to do is to actually either finish the whole song as soon as possible, so you don't get into that, oh god, I'm listening to the same half of the song over and over again, or just, as Snails was saying, take a big break from that specific song and then come back to it months later, or weeks, depending on how long you want to leave it, but come back to it with complete a fresh perspective, fresh ears, and you'll be surprised at how much new creativity you can bring to something you haven't listened to in a while. So
I'm guilty of the re-listening thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm guilty.
I
love listening to my unreleased stuff. It's my favorite thing to do. However, I try to avoid it. I try to avoid it as much as possible, just because, like, for example, I did a session with a vocalist in Los Angeles when I was there on tour, and I have not listened. I've listened to the demo I made with her twice since we recorded it, and that was like 2 months ago, right? And so when I eventually get to producing that song, I'm going to be coming back to that vocal session and listening to it with a complete fresh palette, and I'm confident I'll be able to hear the whole song in my head. But if I was listening to that vocal all like over and over again, I think I'd get used to that song not having another section after it, and then my mind would go blank. That's happened so many times. So there you go. That's a little actionable step hopefully you can take. Don't listen to your own stuff that's not finished. Finish it first, then enjoy it.
Don't listen to your own stuff. No. You're banned. Banned from listening to your
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Great
enough. I have
advices.
a nasty habit of listening to my own stuff. One of my recent favorites that I've been working on is a collab actually, with a friend. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But yeah, it's been really addictive, and I listen to it almost like every day, and I'm just like,
Is it
yeah,
finished?
I can't not yet, but we have the
Okay,
basic structure down.
that's what I'm talking about. If you're listening to an unfinished thing, you're gonna get used to how that sounds, and then you're not gonna you're gonna have a harder time coming up with the next section or whatever if you get used to the current state of what it is. By all means, listen to it. It's just don't over listen
Just
to it.
do it, yeah.
Someone asked in Tokyo Machine song volume, if you open the credits, it says written by Samuel Norris and Tokyo Machine, produced by Tokyo Machine and Teminite, even though it's not a collab. And people were questioning that. Is it like
Yeah, I wondered if anyone would notice.
a lot of people did? Yeah.
So what happened with that is I made the initial idea for the song, and then Tokyo Machine wanted to collab on that song, and basically Tokyo Machine's manager proposed an opportunity with Subsidia to get that song, our collab, on their compilation. But at that point, we had like 1 week until the deadline for the compilation, and Tokyo Machine hadn't started work on the collab yet. So I was basically like, guys, like if we can finish the collab to a standard like that I'm happy with, then sure, let's put the song on Subsidia as a collab. What ended up happening is Tokyo Machine worked on it, and he basically made the tune into a very different song than it was originally. So he basically like created a whole new song using some of my stems. So I was basically like, it doesn't feel like my song anymore, but I'm happy for you to put it out because there's a banger and it's good for you to get on the Subsidia thing. And I don't want to hold back that release for Tokyo Machine because he really wanted to be on that Subsidia compilation. So that was just a way of like, you know, Tokyo Machine got on the compilation as he wanted to do. And I made some of the song, so I'm on it, but it wasn't a song that I felt was mine, if you get what I mean. I didn't feel like there was much of me in there. So that's that. Hence why my name's not in the title.
It wasn't Teminite enough.
Yeah, it wasn't Teminite enough. So yeah, I was happy for the song to go out.
How many rum bottle did he pay you for?
That's between me and Tokyo Machine.
Okay, perfect.
It was a lot. It was a lot of rum bottles. It was
Yeah.
a substantial amount of rum. But yeah, go check out Tokyo Machine Volume if you want to hear an absolute slapper because it's sick.
Okay, next question, which actually, yeah, it's a good question. You two are collabing together, and people are asking, how did the collab happen? How did the Snails x Teminite collab come to be? And how is it going right now?
Snails, I'll let you answer that.
So I had to buy probably 100 bottles of rums to get this collab going. And then it was like, okay, I'll consider. No, I'm super honest here. I work with Chime, and you know, I recently got into the Discord world, Discord community. You know, I feel like it's such an amazing places where there's a lot of really, you know, new people I met through my integration of like this whole world. And when I work with Chime, he was like, "Oh, I think we cracked a joke like about like pirate music." I'm like, "Damn, like I wish there'd be like a pirate dubstep somewhere." He's like, "Actually, it exists," and his name's called Teminite. I'm like, "What the fuck? No way! Like, there's no way this exists." And I went and literally checked every single music video on Sam YouTube, and I was blown away. I was like, "This is absolutely incredible! Like, where was this my whole life?" Like, I was just like mind blown. And you know, I'm a big believer of like, you miss 100% of the shot you don't shoot. So I asked Chime. I was like, "Hey, what's Teminite information?" I truly became such a big fan of his music. I think he's incredible. I'd like to just chat with him, just say what's up, show my love and everything. And we got in contact with Sam. Straight up was like, "Yeah, your stuff is a." If I scroll back on our conversation, it's probably like, "Your stuff is incredible. I'm such a big fan now. Truly is amazing." And he was like, "Oh man, like we just had such a genuine, super fun conversation." And he proposed like, "Oh, if we have any time, like something going on, I'd be super down." And I was like, "Yeah, fuck it, yeah, hell yeah." Like, who would say no? And in honesty, I was like, yeah, that'd be sick as hell. I was manifesting this, so I straight up jumped into the opportunity that he gave and sent him a bunch of demos that I had. I had a bunch of, I had a lot of just random drops and sent him a few, and then I think he picked a few of these, as I remember quite well. He sent me and after I let him of course say his side of things, and then from some of the drop I had, he worked on this, sent me back this, and there was the vocal on it, and I was like, again, mind blown with it. I'm like, this is so sick, this is so genius. And then we laughed about the fact that we should have a squiddy snail or something, which is like the running gag whenever I'm like, oh, Sam got eaten by a squiddy snails. And then pretty much just went in after. My way of work is like, I'll try to always give the most stuff that I could give to the other producer, if it's baseline or whatever, and did a bunch of drops, sending back this, and then work on this, and then so it kind of like went a little back and forth, ping pong, exactly, like type of concept. And and when we met in New York, it's kind of like where we're able to hear a more finalized version, because of course when there's so many drops, we just have so much fun. But he came out with this more final version where I was like, yeah, this is insane. And to this day now, it's kind of like, I don't know if you want to speak about the more the extra element that got added into it, but I think like so far the drop and everything really capture best of both worlds, and I think this is truly one of my really exciting collabs.
I've been such a massive fan of you for many, many years. Ever since you released Magnet, literally, I was like, oh, this guy's something different with the vomit step and the whole branding and the creativity you bring to sound design and drops. I've been listening to you and paying attention to your career, and it was just so cool. Well, first of all, I was not expecting that collab with Harvey. Like the Chime collab, I was like, how the fuck is this gonna sound?
Oh,
But
no
it
one
ended up
was.
really working.
Oh, no one was.
Dude,
I heard it in Harvey's video in their show, and I saw the part of it, and I was like, oh, I want this song released so bad. I didn't know it would sound so good. People have been asking, will there be more Geometry Dash work from you, Sam? And will Snails ever join the Geometry Dash club to make music for Geometry Dash?
How would that work? I have so many songs I wish people would use. It's like one of these things that, like, again, I'm sorry, Sam, you were about to speak. Please go for it.
Oh no. Well, let me. I can try and see if our song that we're finalizing at the moment. I can try and contact some people. Gonna see if we can get some Geometry Dash levels.
Oh,
made.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I might try to do
hell
that. Step one, upload that. Somebody said it. Cole Ball said it in the chat. Upload your stuff to Newgrounds. That's step one to getting a Geometry Dash level made. I can DM you and tell you the steps to do for that. You basically just got to upload your music onto this website platform, and then Geometry Dash creators can then make levels to your music, and that's how it's done.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. I will. Let's talk about it maybe later, but I'm checking the website.
I'll let you know. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the Q&A. Thank you so much, Snails, for joining us here.
So much.
It was very exciting.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you, Sam. Thank you to you. Thank you to all the other mods and the amazing community to let me talk too much, but talk everything and being super open and super nice. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much for being here. Much love, and
Thanks,
hey,
guys.
we will see you in the mix.
Yes.
In the mix.
Let's go.